Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ask Chef Alex Live, the Thanksgiving 2022 edition. I'm your host, the one and the only Chef Alex Cardinale. For the very first time, I'm broadcasting on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, my Facebook pages, and I'm now a part of the This Needs to Be Said Facebook page. So a big hello and welcome to everyone watching today's video. Hopefully today's live stream will go down without any technical issues. I've been having some technical issues with the last couple of live streams, but the show must go on. Thanksgiving is next Thursday. Thanksgiving is a week away. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? I know I am. I love turkey. I love cooking turkey. And more importantly, I love eating turkey. Are you going to be preparing Thanksgiving dinner this year? Well, I, Chef Alex Cardinale, am here to help you out. If you have any Thanksgiving questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. So if you have any Thanksgiving cooking or baking questions, go ahead and post them in the comments, and I will make sure to answer them. So tonight, I'm going to be answering any Thanksgiving cooking or baking questions, and you can post them in the comments, and I will answer them. I also have some emailed questions that I'm going to go ahead and answer, and I've got a couple of topics that I'm going to go over with you that are Thanksgiving dinner related. I'm going to talk about my Thanksgiving entree ideas, Thanksgiving side dish ideas, and Thanksgiving dessert ideas. We have a comment. The comment is, you sound clear. I love Thanksgiving. I do as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy our video today. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this show started. And I'm going to start my show with my segment that I call Chef Alex Asks You. And these are the questions that you can answer. These are the questions that I am asking you. You can post your answers to these questions in the comments, as well as posting your own questions in the comments. So here are the questions that I'm asking you. What local bakery will you support for Thanksgiving? What are you making for Thanksgiving? And your favorite Thanksgiving foods? Post your answers to those questions in the comments below. Now, before I begin answering these questions, I would like to address that bakeries are very busy this time of year. Whether they're the bakeries in your grocery store or locally independently owned bakeries, they're all busy because they're baking up pies, and a lot of people are purchasing pies for Thanksgiving dessert and other desserts as well. Now, me being someone that likes to support the smaller, locally owned businesses, I really recommend that you check out your local mom and pop run bakeries because they're likely that they've been running for generations and their products are going to be a hell of a lot more delicious and higher quality than some of the grocery bakeries out there. But nonetheless, if you live in a small town, a bakery may be hard to come by. Anyway, let me go ahead and answer these questions. What local bakery will I support for Thanksgiving? Well, seeing that I live here in southern Florida, in Lake Worth, Florida, there's a bakery here in Boynton Beach called Palmero's Bakery, and I'm going to be supporting them for Thanksgiving. I've actually already placed my dessert order with them so that it takes the load off of my baking this year. So from Palmero's Bakeries, I got cannoli pie, which basically is a cannoli filling in a pie crust, a graham cracker crust. It's very, very good. A great Italian cream pie. I also got some chocolate cream pies because that's what my mom likes, and some coconut cream pies. So that's what I got to support my local bakery this Thanksgiving. What am I making for Thanksgiving? Well, each and every year, I always cook for Thanksgiving, and this year is no different. This year for Thanksgiving, I'm going to be preparing the entire Thanksgiving dinner most likely. So that means I'm going to make the turkey and I'm going to make all the fixings. One of the fixings that I'm going to make this year is a unorthodox Italian side dish, but it's one that my family really loves, and that is spaghetti pie. And I'm actually going to show you how to make spaghetti pie this Friday night here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, on a special episode of Friday Day Live with legendary Alex Cardinale. So I'll be making turkey, spaghetti pie, mashed potatoes, gravy, cornbread, and all that good stuff. And then for dessert, the only thing that I'm going to be baking this year are pumpkin whoopie pies. And my personal favorite Thanksgiving foods. Well, turkey is an absolute favorite of mine. I really enjoy a well cooked turkey. Not super dry, but a nice moist turkey. And turkey is my all time favorite Thanksgiving food. Although I love stuffing as well. I love cranberry sauce. I love mashed potatoes. And of course, I love pie. I love apple pie. I love cannoli pie, blueberry pie, and whatnot. So those are the my answers to the questions that I'm asking you, and you can post your answers in the comments as well as posting any questions you have in the bakery, any questions you have in the comments as well. Jeff's in the house. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Happy early Thanksgiving to you as well. Thank you so much for tuning into our show today. And Jeff says his local bakery is Safeway Bakery. His favorite food is green bean casserole, and he likes making a classic Thanksgiving dinner. Those all sound great. I actually have never made a green bean casserole. That's something my brother makes, but it is good. But I'm also going to be making broccoli casserole this year. I forgot to mention. So this year for Thanksgiving, I'll be doing the traditional stuff as well as spaghetti pie and broccoli and cheddar casserole. So I look forward to answering any of your. While I wait for questions to come in, I do have something that we're to. Tech issues again. Let me know if I'm coming in not clear because the tech issues are happening once again. But anyway, now I'm going to go ahead and answer the 4 questions that were emailed to me. So here are the questions. Here is the first question that was emailed to me. And this first question comes from Janet. And Janet wants to know. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, StreamYard is having some really bad tech issues over the last couple of days. I don't know what's going on. It's really re-aggravating me since I'm a perfectionist. But anyway, now I'm going to answer the 4 questions that were emailed to me. I have 8 questions that were emailed to me, but I'm going to answer the first 4. So this question comes from Janet. And Janet wants to know, because she's not an American, what is the most important food on a Thanksgiving table? Well, most Americans will tell you that the most important food on a Thanksgiving table is the turkey. And I agree with that statement. The turkey is the staple for any Thanksgiving dinner. You cannot have a Thanksgiving dinner without turkey. But you also have to have all the fixings as well. You have to have gravy, you have to have mashed potatoes, you have to have stuffing. Some people call it dressing, and the vegetables as well. Some people will tell you that you have to have turnip and squash, but let me tell you, I'm not a fan of turnip or squash, just don't like the flavor of it. But you could also add other things like Italians will add lasagna and spaghetti and macaroni and cheese. So whatever heritage you're from, you could add that to your Thanksgiving dinner. I know that the Spanish people like to have Spanish rice and beans with their Thanksgiving dinner. Italians, like I said, like to have pasta. And this year I'm going to make spaghetti pie to go with our Thanksgiving dinner. So the main aspects of Thanksgiving dinner is generally a roast, and that generally is poultry, and that poultry is generally turkey. A turkey roast is the way to go, in my personal opinion. But if you're not a fan of turkey, then by all means, it could be chicken, it could be lamb, it could be a prime rib, or a ham. The next question is also from Janet, who, like I said earlier, is an overseas viewer. She is actually from the United Kingdom. She watches our videos from the United Kingdom. So thank you, Janet. I really appreciate that you take the time to watch my videos from the United Kingdom. And hopefully you learn a lot about Thanksgiving from my shows. So Janet wants to know, what time do most people eat Thanksgiving dinner? Well, that depends on the American household and the American family, because not everyone has Thanksgiving dinner at the same time. There is no specific time to have Thanksgiving dinner. 29% of people in my research like to eat Thanksgiving dinner between 4 and 5 p.m., and 14% sit down to dinner between 5 and 7 p.m. Now, another 12% turn Thanksgiving dinner into lunch by eating between 12 to 1 p.m., and even fewer people, 4%, say they prefer to eat at 8 p.m. or later. Now, if you like to have a Thanksgiving lunch, there's a problem with that. That means you have to wake up really early in the morning to prepare your food for lunch. That means you'd have to wake up at about 4 or 5 in the morning and get your turkey in the oven and start fixing all the fixins, or at the very least, prepare it the night prior. And that is a lot of work, in my personal opinion. I do not want to spend my holiday busting my chops rushing to have lunch ready. That's why my family prefers to have Thanksgiving dinner as dinner. So, in my Thanksgiving dinner is generally served between 5 and 7 p.m. Sometimes when I'm early, it'll be between 4 and 5 p.m., but generally in my household it's between 5 and 7 p.m. And there's a specific reason for that. That's because I host a Thanksgiving bash each and every year here on YouTube and Facebook, and this year I will be doing the same exact thing. What time do you guys generally have Thanksgiving dinner? Let me know in the comments. All right, so thank you, Janet, for those two questions. The next question was from a YouTube video that I saw in the comment section, and this question is a really important one. How do I get my turkey to have crispy golden brown skin? I have a couple of tips for you to make sure that your turkey skin comes out crispy, golden, and delicious. My first tip is to make sure that there is no moisture in your turkey before it goes into the oven. So that means you want to take a paper towel and pat your turkey dry. Make sure your turkey skin is completely dry before you even put any seasonings or anything on it and before it goes into the oven. Next, you want to rub some fat on the skin. This can be butter or oil. Butter would burn quickly, so I would recommend oil, but you could use butter or olive oil. My next advice would be temperature. A higher temperature is going to create more heat, and more heat is going to allow the moisture to evaporate, and that's going to cause a crispy golden brown skin. But don't overcook your turkey. And the last tip is don't cover your turkey. Don't put a lid on your pan or don't seal the bag if you want crispy golden brown skin. Because when you cover your turkey, steam is going to go into the turkey and steam is not going to cause a crispy golden brown skin. So if you want crispy skin on your turkey this Thanksgiving, dry the skin, rub fat and seasoning on the skin, cook it at a high temperature like 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and don't cover your turkey. Covering your turkey will not cause that crispy turkey skin that we all love. Slash Master 1989. I sound a lot better. That is very, very good to know. And Slash Master 1989 also says I have a 5 p.m. dinner. Then I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a week. You, as a chef, can for sure use leftovers to make more meals. That is a very, very good point, Jeff, that you made there. You can definitely use Thanksgiving leftovers to make meals out of them. A good example of that would be leftover turkey. You can use leftover turkey to make turkey noodle soup, which is one of my favorite things that I get to use and make with leftover turkey. You could also do turkey Alfredo, turkey pot pie with leftover turkey. So great suggestion there, Jeff. That's a very, very good point. Now it's time to get to our first cooking topic. And again, if you have any Thanksgiving cooking or questions, go ahead and post them in the comments. I will look forward to answering your questions. All right, right. Well, this month's cooking tips is going to be on the best Thanksgiving entrees and side dishes. So let's get right into it. The best Thanksgiving entrees. What is Thanksgiving most well known for? Well, it's a roasted turkey. There is nothing better than a deliciously cooked roasted turkey. Don't overcook your turkey because when you overcook your turkey, it's going to be dry. The best way to properly cook a turkey is to pull it out of the oven when it reaches 163 degrees Fahrenheit. As it cools on the counter, it's going to carry overcook and it'll reach the proper internal temperature, which is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. The next tip I could give you is don't cut into the turkey as soon as it comes out of the oven. Let the sucker rest. Let the turkey rest for about 20 minutes so that the juices can redistribute and you have a nice moist turkey. The problem with turkey is that if you cut it too early, all the juices are going to run out and you're going to have a dry turkey and your guests are going to have to pour a lot of gravy on it. So allow your turkey to rest. But like I said earlier, the most popular entree for Thanksgiving is turkey. The most popular cooking method is roasting it or baking it in the oven. But some people like to deep fry their turkey. I have never deep fried a turkey, and I don't think I've ever tried a deep fried turkey. I'm an old school kind of guy. I like a roasted turkey, but don't get me wrong, I would try. I would at least taste a deep fried turkey, and I'm sure it's pretty good because I love fried chicken, and turkey is poultry just like chicken. Now, if you're not a turkey lover, there are some other Thanksgiving entree ideas out there for you. One of them would be ham. Honey glazed ham, pineapple ham, and Mountain Dew hams are just one of my favorite ways that I could prepare a holiday ham. Ham is basically a pork roast. Pork roast are also a great idea if they don't like ham or prime rib, which is a very expensive cut of beef and a very expensive beef roast. But if cooked right, prime rib is absolutely delicious. You'll love a well cooked prime rib. Now, prime rib has to be served medium rare. Past medium rare, you've wasted your money. The best prime rib, in my experience, is medium rare. Last but not least, chicken. Chicken is a great Thanksgiving entree as well, especially this year because turkey prices have gone up in price. So you could all opt for a delicious chicken or even duck. But I have never personally tried duck, and I'm afraid to try duck, but who knows, maybe one day I will. So the best Thanksgiving side dishes would include macaroni and cheese, spaghetti pie, which is an unorthodox side dish that I'm making this year. And like I said, this Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on my YouTube channel, the legendary Alex Cardinale, I'm going to show you how to make a spaghetti pie. And then the following day, Saturday live, cheese. So for pasta ideas, macaroni and cheese and spaghetti pie are great Thanksgiving side dishes. But Italians also like to do lasagna and stuffed shells. Mashed potatoes and gravy, an American Thanksgiving side dish. Stuffing, a great American side dish, which is also known as dressing. Dinner rolls and cornbread, green beans and green bean casserole, great Thanksgiving side dish. Broccoli casserole and cauliflower casserole, turnip and squash, those are all great Thanksgiving side dishes as well. And those are my Thanksgiving cooking entrees and side dishes that I'm going to discuss for today's show. So I've got three more questions that were emailed into me that I'm going to go ahead and answer. This question comes from another viewer. And the question is, what are my favorite Thanksgiving pies? Very simple. I love a delicious apple pie. Apple pie is an American classic, and that is my favorite one. I also like blueberry pie. I love blueberry pie. I was just introduced to it by a friend, and it is very, very good. I love peach pie. Peach pie is also very good as well. That's another pie that was introduced to me by a friend. But for this time of year, the holiday season, you got to have a great cream pie. And I think cream pies are very delicious. So my favorite cream pie, since I'm Italian, would be a cannoli cream pie, but I also like a white chocolate cream pie. Now, I'm going to give out my white chocolate cream pie recipe towards the end of the show. That's a perfect Thanksgiving dessert. All right. The next question that was emailed to me is, what are your best Thanksgiving grocery shopping tips? Well, first and foremost, don't wait to the last second. Don't be a last minute shopper, because if you are a last minute shopper, it could come back to bite you in the ass. Because your grocery store might be out of turkeys and might be out of all the essentials you need for your Thanksgiving dinner. So, my tip would be today, next week, Tuesday of next week is when you should be grocery shopping at the latest. At the latest, Tuesday should be the last day that you do your grocery shopping for Thanksgiving dinner. Also, make sure to get everything you can fresh. Buy fresh ingredients. If ingredients are available, don't be afraid to use frozen vegetables, but use canned vegetables as a last resort. Never feel obligated to use canned products. There's nothing wrong with canned products, but like I said, your first resort fresh or frozen. So Thanksgiving shopping is literally just like any other grocery shopping, but with a twist. You've got to do it quick and you've got to do it early. Don't be a last minute shopper. Go a couple days before Thanksgiving so that way you'll get everything that you need. And the last question that was submitted to me, how long do Thanksgiving leftovers last in the refrigerator? About 5 days, give or take, depending on the temperature of your refrigerator. But in my humble opinion, by Tuesday, your leftovers should be discarded. So you can enjoy your Thanksgiving leftovers the Friday after, the Saturday, the Sunday, and the Monday after. After that, any Thanksgiving leftovers should be discarded. So 4 days Thanksgiving leftovers will last in the fridge. Fitting those goddamn news. Now it is God StreamYard, you got to get it together. These tech issues are fucking pissing me off. All right, so now it's time for our final segment, and that is my baking tips for the living edition of Ask Chef Alex Live. All right, so the final topic I have for you tonight, the best Thanksgiving desserts. So here are the best Thanksgiving desserts out there. A classic Thanksgiving dessert is pie. And usually, Thanksgiving pies would include apple and pumpkin. Apple and pumpkin are the classic Thanksgiving pie dessert. However, you can also do blueberry pie, peach pie, and cream pie. White chocolate cream pie, cannoli pie are great. If pies are not your favorite, then cakes are great for Thanksgiving desserts. Cakes can include pumpkin cake, a pumpkin cake roll, carrot cake, etc. And finally, cookies. Cookies are a great dessert idea as well as our brownies. Those are great to have on a Thanksgiving dessert table, maybe in addition to pies as well. I think those are great additions to have on your Thanksgiving dessert table. All right, let me give you a recipe and then we'll wrap up this Thanksgiving cooking and baking Q&A. And once again, I apologize for the technical issues. Chef Alex's white chocolate cream pie. 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese softened. 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. 1 container of Cool Whip and a block of Ghirardelli white chocolate melted. You're going to combine powdered sugar in a stand mixer. Then you're going to melt the white chocolate, let it cool for a few minutes, and mix that in together. Then you're going to add in the Cool Whip and some vanilla extract. You're then going to place that into a prepared pie crust and set it in the fridge overnight. It's best to make this white chocolate cream pie the night before Thanksgiving for best results. And bang, you've got a delicious white chocolate cream pie for Thanksgiving dinner. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed our first Ask Chef Alex Live in a while, or at least it feels like a while. I hope you enjoyed the Thanksgiving 2022 Ask Chef Alex Live. I'd like to thank everybody that submitted questions for me to answer. We may be out of time, but I'll still answer any questions that are submitted between now and Thanksgiving. Simply post your questions in the comments. And if there's any questions that are posted in the comments, I will answer them on any of the shows that I do between now and Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving week here on the legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. This Friday, I'm going to host a special episode of Friar Day Live with legendary Alex Cardinelli, and I will give out my spaghetti pie recipe. Saturday Live with legendary Alex Cardinelli this week will feature a mac and cheese recipe. Don't miss the Thanksgiving Bash next Thursday as I give out the last minute Thanksgiving cooking tips, the last minute turkey cooking tips, and more. So before I end the show, special hugs and kisses and special thank you to my friend Catherine Jones for promoting the heck out of today's show. I love you very much, girl. Thank you so much for doing that for me. That is a huge honor, and I am forever thankful. So thank you, Catherine, for spreading the word and helping getting me back out there. Let's make Chef Alex Cardinale relevant again. Let's make Chef Alex Cardinale popular again because at one point over a decade ago, Chef Alex Cardinale and the Chef Cardinale Cooking Show was very popular. And I think 10 years later in 2023, Chef Alex needs to make a return to his popularity here on YouTube. And I want to say thank you to Catherine for getting me started there. I also want to thank any of the This Needs to Be Said viewers for watching my very first live stream on their Facebook page. And once again, thank you, Catherine, for letting me do that as well. And also CJ Jones for letting me do that as well. I'm Chef Alex Live. Thank you, everybody, for next episode of next month. Happy Thanksgiving and have a great rest of your night. It's time to be thankful and time to stuff our face with turkeys. It's Thanksgiving month, and I, legendary Alex Cardinale, will host the second annual Thanksgiving Bash live Thanksgiving Day at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Join me, legendary Alex Cardinale, for the 2022 Thanksgiving Bash live Thanksgiving Day, Thursday, November 24th, 11 a.m., 8 a.m. Pacific. I, legendary Alex Cardinale, will talk about what I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving. I'll discuss my favorite Thanksgiving foods and memories. Plus, there will be appearances by Chef Alex Cardinale and Aqua Alex Cardinale. I'm sure Chef Alex will help answer your last minute Thanksgiving questions, plus give out good Thanksgiving cooking tips, as well as help you prepare a delicious turkey on Thanksgiving Day. What tropical fish topics will Alex bring for Thanksgiving? You'll have to tune in to find out. Plus, legendary Alex Cardinale previews the NFL Thanksgiving football games and more. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Don't miss the Thanksgiving Day Bash live Thursday, November 24th, 2022, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on YouTube channel, The Legendary Alex Cardinale. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Go out and get those turkeys and tune in to the Thanksgiving Bash. Thursday, November 24th, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on the legendary Alex Cardinale YouTube channel.